Hi, and welcome to Cherry Springs vlog number 6. Tonight is July 26th, and we are heading down to Cherry Springs. It's supposed to be a beautiful night tonight and tomorrow night. It's about a half moon, so we're gonna have to use some filters, but it should be a good night. And a little bit of smoke in the air, but not too bad. I am gonna try to image the Bubble Nebula and the Pac-Man Nebula, which I've never done either of those. So it'll be my first time, and I'm bringing 3 rigs tonight, so I'm gonna also try to do Rho Ophiuchi before it starts setting for the summer.
Continue on Pennsylvania 44 South for 11 miles.
All right, we are pulling in to Cherry Springs as we speak on Friday, July 26, 2024. David, one of my friends, is already here, so we're gonna see where he's parked and see how many people are here. It's not gonna be too many, I don't think. It's about a half moon tonight, so it scares a few people away, but we're shooting narrowband, so shouldn't affect us. All right, we got everything set up. We're using 3 scopes tonight. Got the good old tent set up with the cooler and the heater. And we got the iAxos with the Evolux 62 ED and the 533 MC Pro. Tonight, this setup is gonna shoot the Pac-Man Nebula. And then over here on the AM3, we have the 585 MC Pro and the Askar 103. We are going to shoot the Bubble Nebula with this setup. And then over here, I got my first setup ever. The Rokinon 135 with the Pentax K-70, and we are gonna do Rho Ophiuchi tonight and tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to do all 3 of these objects both nights to get as much data as possible. And there's David asleep over at his setup over there. He'd wave, but he's sleeping. All right, so I am all set up, ready to go. I'm gonna run over across the street and try to see if the food truck's here and get some food and get ready to start polar lining in probably about an hour and a half, but everything's set up. I got here in time. I just got off a week of jury duty, so this is very nice to have a little calm and quiet towards the end of this month, because it's a really, really busy month. All right, this is the new construction they're doing over here at the public observing field. See, there's a couple people here already. They definitely have done quite a bit. They're gonna pave the parking lot, make it a lot bigger. They're gonna change the way you enter and exit the parking lot. And they're gonna build a welcome center here, which is much needed. And I think that's gonna be a huge addition to the public field. And down here is the food truck. Well, we had a very good night last night. So I'm here with my buddy David that I know from the Cherry Springs Facebook page. And we got some good images last night. It was really clear. The moon rose around midnight, but I was using an L Extreme. He was using a light pollution filter, so we were able to shoot all night. But I got 47 images on the Pac-Man Nebula, and I got 67 images on the Bubble Nebula. So now I got to figure out what to do today. Hey everyone, welcome to my humble abode here at Cherry Springs. I got my sleeping area, and I got my desk, my work desk, and my chair. My scopes are right outside my window right there. And wanted to show you a couple things that I bring to Cherry Springs that really help me, especially through the nights, the cold nights, and during the warm days, because that's the toughest part here. Is the days it's going to feel like 90 degrees inside your tent. At night it's going to feel like 30 degrees. So here's a couple things I bring. So number one, I always go downtown before I come here and I buy snacks, because snacks are always good to have. I buy some cold coffee, Starbucks coffee, and I buy Coke and chips and Lunchables. Those are really good. Just things to keep me through the night if I get hungry. This I bought at Aldi's for, I think it was $50, but it's a refrigerator and it can be a warmer too. So it has two plugs. One will plug into your car and one plugs into an outlet, but the thing is huge. I can fit like 6 of these bottles in there. You can fit a lot of stuff. So that's definitely nice to have a place to be able to put your things and drink cold water and keep food cold. You can bring a lot more with you. A cot, very nice to have a cot. Thank you, Mom and Dad. This not sleeping on the ground definitely makes things a lot easier. And the tent is a dark tent. So when I close these windows, it is almost pitch black in here, which is one, really nice because it allows you to sleep in a little longer on the summer mornings. And at night I can come in here and I can turn the light on. I can put a light on up top and not bother anybody outside. No one would know I have a light on. All right, to break up the day a little today, we are heading to Lyman Run State Park. It's about a 6-mile drive down the mountain from Cherry Springs. So I know my brother's been here before with his kids because they have a lake and a place to swim. And they also have showers here. It's the only place that has showers in the area. So if you're coming to Cherry Springs and you need a shower, you can come down to Lyman Run here. All right, we're here at Lyman Run. There's the dam, and there is the swimming area and a little beach. Water looks pretty nasty. I don't think I'd be in that water, but cool little place to go to visit. Well, that's a wrap. That was an interesting night. I had a little issue with the IXOS 100 mount. It would stop tracking and guiding. I would reset it and then it would work and then it wouldn't work. But I finally got it to work. So I did another probably 67 frames on the Bubble Nebula with the Askar. So that's going to be like 132 5-minute frames. That's going to look, I think, really good. That's the longest integration I've ever had for an image. Probably right around 11 hours. And then I did the moon this morning, and wow, what a difference from a Bortle 6 to a Bortle 2. I was able to get pretty zoomed in on the moon, and I think I got some pretty good shots of that. And with the other mount, with the IXOS mount, when I did get it to work, I did Comet 13P Olbers, and that is was low. It was low on the horizon. I think that was the issue I was having with the tracking. But I got a great picture, I think, of the Comet right over the trees. I know I got a picture of the Comet. I didn't get a lot of integration because it was so low on the horizon and it was setting. But I think that one's going to come out pretty well, pretty good as well. So, and then when that set at about midnight, I decided to use the same mount and do the Bodes and Cigar Galaxies. And I've done those before with the same scope, the Evolux 62ED. I really want to do it with the Askar, but that was in use. So I just figured I would find something else to do. It was about a 50% moon tonight. So I had to use the L-Quad filter, and we'll see how those come out. I'm not sure. I mean, I got about 4.5 hours at them. So other than that, I've been up for about 3 hours packing away everything. And as you can see, the car is, it's very humid this morning. So everything was just a little bit wet. So I did it really slowly, dried everything off, put everything in the car. And now it's time to drive 2.5 hours home. And it's Sunday, so I should be home around 9:30 this morning and get to start processing. And so I hope you enjoy these images.